Hey guys, what's up? It's Dreadscape Gaming here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Endgame Lance build for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak using the Primordial Malzeno armor. Keep in mind that if you're on the PlayStation 5 as well as the Xbox, that you will not have access to this armor until the August update for Sunbreak, which introduces Primordial Malzeno. So let's get into the build, shall we? So we're going to be using the Devil's Deliverance. This is the Scorn Magdamalo Lance. It has 340 attack, 35 blast element, a level 3 slot, and a level 2 slot. Then from there, we're going to be using Primordial Helm. This has 2 level 4 slots. It has Blood Right naturally at level 3, and Guard Up level 3 is gemmed in. Next up, we're going to be using the Primordial Mail. This has 2 level 4 gem slots, as well as a level 2 gem slot. This has Blood Awakening level 1 naturally, Burst level 1 naturally, Stun Resistance level 3, and Blast Attack 3 are gemmed in. Primordial Vambraces is next. We have 2 level 4 slots and a level 2 slot. Here you have Blood Awakening a level 1 naturally, as well as Critical Boost level 1 naturally, Flinch Free level 3, Offensive Guard level 2, and Divine Blessing level 1 are all gemmed in. From here we have the Primordial Coil, 2 level 4 slots and a level 2 slot. Here we have Burst level 2, Critical Boost level 1 naturally, Blast Attack level 2, Evade Extender level 2, and Weakness Exploit level 1 are all gemmed in. And then from there we have Primordial Greaves, 2 level 4 slots. Keep in mind there's not a level 2 slot. This is the only piece of armor that doesn't have a level 2 slot on it. Here you get Blood Awakening level 1, Critical Boost level 1, Part Breaker level 3 naturally, Evade Extender level 2, and Divine Blessing level 2 are gemmed in. For the Petulance, I'm using Underworld Petulance, but you could use whatever you want in place of it. For the Talisman, I have a Guard level 5 with a Reload Speed 2. We don't use Reload Speed 2. But because we have Guard level 5 here, it's pretty much our best in slot. It has a level 2 socket and a level 1 socket. I would prefer a level 4 socket. Unfortunately, RNG was not very kind to us. So let me show you the decos that you will be using in this build. In the Lance itself, you want Guardian Jewel level 3 and a Tenderizer Jewel 2 with a Guard Bash Jewel 2 for your Rampage slot. Then for your Helm, you want 2 level 4 plus level 4 Shield Jewels. So definitely use that. Primordial Mail has a Hard Steadfast Jewel 4, a Blast Jewel plus 4, and a Blast Jewel 2. Primordial Vambraces, you have Hard Brace Jewel 4, Guardian Jewel plus 4, and a Protection Jewel 2. Primordial Coil, you have Blast Jewel 4, Jumping Jewel plus 4, and a Tenderizer Jewel 2. Primordial Greaves, you have a Jumping Jewel plus 4, and a Protection Jewel plus 4. For the Talisman, we have a Tenderizer Jewel 2, and Shockproof Jewel 1. The reason why we have the Shockproof Jewel 1 is so that we're not tripping our players when we were playing multiplayer. Let me give you a full breakdown of the skills here in a second. So, 1 second here. Here we go. So we have 355 attack, 47 blast element, 0 affinity, but when we use our skills it won't really matter too much. Defense, 988 defense. This is maxed out armor spears with augments into the armor for stability, at least 10 in every armor piece. Fire resistance -7, water resistance +13, thunder resistance +13, -2 ice resistance, -22 dragon resistance. Alright, let's give you a full breakdown of the skills. Blast attack level 3, increase the rate of blast buildup. Blast buildup has a maximum limit. Level 3, blast buildup +20%, bonus +5. Guard, level 5, reduce knockbacks and stamina depletion when guarding. Level 3, decrease the impact of attacks and reduces stamina depletion by 30%. Guard Up level 3 allows you to guard against ordinary unblockable attacks, reduces damage taken by 80%. So this is very important for the build. Evade Extender level 3, increase evade distance, greatly extends evasion distance. Critical Boost level 3, increase the damage of critical hits, increase damage dealt by critical hits to 40%. Weakness Exploit level 3, increase the affinity of attacks that exploit a monster's weak spot. At level 3, attacks that hit weak spots have 50% increased affinity, so that's how you make up for the affinity you don't have naturally on the weapon. Offensive Guard level 3, this is actually very important for this build. Temporarily increase attack power after executing a perfectly timed guard. At level 3, attack 50% while attack plus 15% while active. Divine Blessing level 3 has a predetermined chance of reducing the damage you take. At level 3, while active, reduces damage taken by 50%. Stun Resistance level 3, reduce stun duration. At level 3, it completely prevents stun. Part Breaker level 3 makes it easier to break or sever monsters' parts. Part damage plus 30% at level 3. Flinch free, level 3, prevents knockbacks and or reactions to small damage. At level 3, prevents knockbacks and tripping completely. So keep in mind, this is actually important for the Lance also because there is a easy opportunity that you will get tripped by little monsters and everything of the sort, so this mitigates that problem. Bloodlight, level 3. A portion of damage dealt is converted to health when striking a broken monster part. At level 3, further increase the amount of health you recover. Burst, level 3, continuously landing hits gradually increases attack and elemental attack. This is not really going to matter too much in this build. It's just here naturally because of the armor itself. So at level 3, upon attack, hit, temp attack plus 5, element plus 5, hit successive times for a huge stat boost. Blood Awakening, level 3, works in conjunction with Blood Rage skill. Gradually bolsters your attacks for a certain period of time, depending on how much health you regain when landing attacks. At level 3, it adds a bigger bonus increase for effects that bolster your attacks. Reload speed is not used in this build, so disregards just because I have it on the talisman. Shock Absorber, level 1. I like it. It's very important for this build, so you don't piss people off in multiplayer, and they don't piss you off as well. Disables damage reactions when you hit a friend, or when a friend hits you. Does not apply during certain status elements. Level 1, it just activates. That's all it is, a level 1 gem. Alright, so I'm going to do a very quick demonstration. We're going to be using my favorite punching bag here, the Great Azuchi, just so I can show you how quick and how fast and efficient the armor is. Keep in mind that the Lance build is a slow and steady wins the race type of armor. It's build. You're not going to really get super fast world record clear times. You will be able to pack quite a bit of a punch. Give me 1 second here. Where is my Great Azuchi? Pardon the noise in the background. I live in a very noisy city, and it seems like somebody decided that they wanted to blast the music very loud that was driving by. Gotta love living in metropolises. My apologies for that for anybody who's watching this video. That is a little bit out of my control, even with the noise gate and suppression. You probably did definitely hear that. Alright, so let's get into the demonstration. First and foremost, I'm going to mark the enemy on the map. Then we're going to go to it. As for the switch skills, honestly, I didn't go over them too much because it's a matter of a person's personal preference. Some people like to use the ones that are more guard-based. Some people like to use the instant block ones. So it's really a matter of which skills you prefer to run into it. So I leave that pretty much up to your own interpretation. Because I have certain ones I like to use for Lance, which is more, gives me the ability to kind of do a little bit, kind of like a melee type of build. Some people like to just go, you know, charge Lance, which is kind of a meta in its own right. I prefer to give you one that's a bit more of a comfort build. So let's find the enemy here. Should be coming up here. So like probably optimal, we'd get maybe a 5-minute clear time with the Lance. Anything under that is actually very fast and very efficient. It also depends how big the Great Azuchi is, ironically. Because sometimes the Great Azuchi will be too big for Samnos. Okay, so basically what you want to do is basically poke away. You block attacks whenever you can. You can't really do the big poke too much against little monsters because as you see, it goes in upward motion. Alright, he's going to come for us, so what we're going to do, perfect guard attack, that will get offensive guard to go up, as you saw there. Now, we're going to charge up the Lance Swing. You don't get really too many of these off, sometimes you do. We managed to get a park right there. You can also use the charge. I feel like against the little monsters, it's not as good. Let's see if I get the hit. Okay, good. Oh, camera angle there. Alright, we got our offensive guard off there. Give me 1 second. Let's reposition ourselves again. We just got our perfect guard up. Let's reposition here. There's a tail light. Let me counter it. Okay, good. So really, Lance is about countering and poking. It's like stick a move, stick a move. Let's see if I can get one off. Let me block that. Okay. He actually got tripped because of our teammate there. We are using the followers just to make it a little bit more fast and efficient. That's not going to really hit. Let me get a supercharged up swing again. As you see, when you do the supercharged up swing, it's going to hit for a massive amount of damage. And then if you get blast to proc too, that's perfect. Let me reposition myself. He might actually be close to death already. As you see, we're also proccing a lot of the blast build-up, believe it or not. Okay, I did not block in time there. That was my own fault. I got a little too aggro there. We also have been able to get a lot of knockdowns, ironically, despite the fact that this build does not play it like a kind of, you know, KO build. There are people who use KO Lance. It is a thing. It's not a great thing. Okay, I got the block off there. Unfortunately, it's the tail swipe one, where it just goes and spins in a circle. Let me see if I can get a nerve attack off here. Alright. Let's wait a second, chat. Block. Good. Let me see if I can get off a Hunter Art here. Okay. So we got good hits there. I don't really like the Hunter Arts particularly, or the Wirebug attacks for the Lance, because I feel like none of them are great. Let's go for the block. I evaded too quickly. Alright, another knockdown there then, that's fine. Let's charge up. Should be close to death here. I'm gonna use the charge attack a little there. You can actually run with the Lance like an actual Lance. But I feel like sometimes, unless you're going against a really big enemy, it's not really worth it. Okay. Ooh, teammate's got a stun there. Ooh. Hold up, chat. We're gonna do... I used the wrong one. That was a brain fart on my end. I thought I had the other one queued up there. Nope. Guess not. That's fine. That's still gonna work. We might have lost a little bit of the clear time there, but we can make it up. Alright. See if I can get this. Ooh, no. Getting a little big for his purchase. So, ooh. That's the one thing about Lance. You will get your attacks interrupted quite a bit. Let's see if I get the hit. Oh, he went that way. Okay, that's fine. Again, it's really about positioning, so let's reposition when we have a moment. Okay, good. Let me wait here. Okay, because got another knockdown here. Let's target this. I think we're pretty much going to be able to... If we had a chance to sharpen our weapon here, it would be great. But it's not going to matter because we charged up the swing. A little bit, you get those charge up attacks. 380 or 340, depending. Is a little bit better than if, let's say, you do the running charge attack that the Lance has. Because the running charge attack takes a long time to build up. And it's usually better for bigger monsters. So let's say a Tetradon, to a lesser extent, Teostra, Gosmagorn. For those wondering what I'm talking about with that, what I'm talking about is this attack. This attack, as it keeps running by, does a lot of damage. And then what you could do is you could jump up in the air and swing downward. That's not good for small monsters like the Great Izuchi, but it is good for the bigger ones. That's why you didn't see me really use it so much. But we're going to see our clear time here. I think we're probably going to get somewhere between the 4:40 to 5-minute mark. We played it about as efficiently as we could. We didn't really get to do too many of the Wirebug attacks, unfortunately, because the size of this particular Izuchi is a little bit smaller, so it's harder to actually time your windows. Lance is really about positioning. Sometimes you run out of position, you don't get correct position. So it's something you'll learn over time for those of you who are new Lance users. But let's see exactly what the clear time is here, my friends. Alright, so we'll get these items. We don't really need it. We just use it because it's the punching bag. Alright, actually a very fast clear time despite what I was originally thinking. So we got a 4 minutes and 28 second clear time, which is pretty fast for the Lance. So if you follow the build exactly to the T, follow some of the damage rotations that I showed you, and incorporate some of your own damage rotations and skills as well, you should be able to do exactly what you saw here. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. As always, a like on this video is greatly appreciated as it helps the channel grow, and I will see you for the next video, which should be the Switch Axe build. So stay tuned and look forward to that. Till next time, guys.